appropriate time, I've got this sample where I'm determining it to be considered in a saturated surface dry condition. And it is now time, and at that point in time when I decide it's SSD, it's important to process it, not let it sit, because it will get absorptive if we leave it sit. So I've got my quart jar. I have a couple of inches of water in it to help protect the glass. To weigh this material first before I transfer it. Again, in the IM it says we need to use either a 1,000 or 2,000 gram sample of the aggregate. Now, using the 1,000 or 2,000 gram sample is pertinent to ease of calculations, and it will apply to the next test we would be doing or discussing in class, determine the percent of moisture. So again, looking for exactly 1,000 grams. So I'm picking and choosing to build my sample up to a 1,000 gram sample. The IM tells us 1,000 grams plus or minus a half a gram. So I'm in good shape, but when we document the weight, this is the S weight, we'll use 1,000 grams. Okay, and now it is pertinent, we do not want to lose any material from our 1,000 gram sample. It needs to go in, all of it needs to go into the jar. Try and get some of the bigger pieces in there first, just to help, again, to protect the glass. That's why there's water as well. And again, in the real world, at the ready-mix plant, etc., we need to make sure our water temperature stays consistent within plus or minus 3 degrees. And again, just repeat filling up the jar. Sealing it down so it doesn't leak, and making sure my marks line up. Don't really care about getting the outside damp at this point in time because we've got some more processing to do. Once I have that jar and I'm convinced that it seems to be sealed, we should put a finger, thumb, whatever's comfortable over the opening and do a little a minute or so shake, rattle, and roll. When you do that, you will notice that there's some entrapped air bubbles, probably. We're trying to eliminate as much of that as possible. And then again, probably going to need to add a little touch more water to get it full. Drying off the exterior again. This is volumetric measuring, so that's water temperature is very critical. Not having any excess water on the outside of the container is very critical to get accurate, repeatable specific gravity results. Our next step then is to bring it over to our scale, and we will be establishing our W weight. So our W weight is 2,119.4. That should be your third and final weight that you need to record, 2,119.4.